welcome to Friday. Fabulous,
Friday.
fabulous Friday. Going to be 80 degrees.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
I'm so excited.
Get out your sunblock, get out your band roll on. You're going to be sweating, Southern girls. I
I'm so
can't
excited.
believe it. 80 degrees.
Yay.
It is it's so beautiful outside and so many things going on, so many really, really good things. And yesterday I got to stand in front of the Piedmont sign in Jasper, and it was very funny because I was standing beside a lady that I had heard her story. I knew about her. I knew that she'd been in the hospital. I knew all the information. I just didn't know the real details that she actually is Brett Brooks, who works here's grandmother.
Okay.
And she was watching the show one day and heard about Piedmont having a little get-together, health fair, whatever they do at different times. Like tomorrow, they're doing the EKGs, and she got the EKG and found a serious, serious problem. They loaded her happy self up in an ambulance against her will.
Yes.
She did not want to go in the ambulance, and she was kind of like, nope, nope, I'm fine, not. Took her down, did surgery, fixed her all up, and now she's doing great. And she's going to be, me, Donna Reese, and forgot her name, just died. It just died on me. That is too funny. Anyway.
She's having one of my moments.
She's going to be in the magazine, and it's all because Donna and I were talking about one of the health fairs that Piedmont has. So this weekend, tomorrow, here in LJ, right over behind the Walmart, at the big building that's kind of funny looking that says Piedmont, you can go starting at 7:30 in the morning, and you too can have an EKG. Have you ever had an EKG?
Yes, I had to before surgery.
Okay. I had one, and it said, I do have a heart, and it seemed to be okay. So that's good news.
Said I'm the ice princess.
That's good news. Yeah, maybe. But an EKG kind of opens up the window to what's going on with you. So it's interesting.
It
And it's
does.
interesting that she had no idea anything was wrong with her, and she's like a caretaker, a get-her-done kind of woman. She takes care of everybody else. Everything is really, really cool around her. And all the time, tick, 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 inside, there was a problem. There was a problem. So I look forward to this magazine, and the photographer, gotta tell you, this is the job Tori needs. She drives up from Atlanta, and I'm sure she's on the clock the whole time she's driving up from
Yes,
Atlanta, and
I'm
then she
sure.
brings her assistant, and then they bring all the lighting and all the this and all this, and then she gets out this camera that is like probably a $200,000 camera. I mean, this was a camera. This was a really good camera. And she was really, really nice, and it was a lot of fun. So, and she made it fun.
Well, that's
So,
good.
And she
Good.
made us smile a lot. Yesterday, I could stand a smile or two.
I know.
Yeah, I could stand a smile or two.
Now, what is
yesterday.
the old saying about if you tell your dream before you eat breakfast,
It comes true.
it comes true?
Have you eaten?
No, but I don't see how this one could
Y'all
come true.
get her some oatmeal. Get her something so
'Cause
she can eat.
it's-
Don't tell it now if
It's
you don't want it
too
to come true.
funny for me not to tell you, but how, I
Do you
don't,
want it to come true?
not really,
Then don't tell it
because it
yet.
mixes living people
No, no,
with
no. Let's wait.
dead
Let's
people.
wait. Let's get her something.
And the
to eat,
only
then we
way
will.
that this dream could come true is if I go to join the dead people.
No, we don't want to do that. Well, we're
But it was
and-
really funny. If somebody will bring me a little something to eat, I'm going to tell y'all about my dream, because I talk in my sleep, and I woke up.
She does
I woke
talking.
up, and I was saying really bad words this morning in my.
You don't do that.
And I said, "What was I saying?" and then I remembered why.
Uh-oh.
And it was because I was having a fight with somebody in my dream, but it was really funny
Uh-oh.
about what it was. So I want to tell y'all. So somebody will bring
I
me
don't know.
something to
I
eat.
think you need to wait and write it down in a book.
No,
I think-
it's
I don't know.
funny.
I don't know, y'all. I'm worried about this.
It's funny. Now,
Well,
I do have
we'll
a prayer
discuss
request,
it and then
though.
we'll decide. Okay.
My dear, dear friend, everybody from school knows her as Cherie.
Oh, yeah.
Ivory Cherie Duran has been diagnosed with leukemia.
No.
She is my age.
Yeah. Which is
She's got two beautiful kids.
41.
We're 29.
I love it.
Anyway, she has been diagnosed. She starts chemo in 2 weeks, so please pray, pray. She is a beautiful Christian woman with a great heart. Her mama is Lois Cherie in Jasper, and
Who is one of the hardest working women in
yes,
the
and one
world.
of the best cooks you will ever go to eat with.
Yeah.
So if you get an invite from Lois, you go.
Yeah, yeah.
So please pray.
How did they find this?
I'm not really sure how they found it. I know she had a bone marrow biopsy, and that's
Wow.
what came back. And
Wow.
she's,
Super nice girl.
seeming strong about it, but she's my age. So y'all pray for her.
They were in Flag together. They were probably the two that kept things going in Flag.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Y'all had a ball.
also, did you see, we also need to do prayer requests for Melissa Johnson. is it Melissa?
I got on Facebook this
She
morning
has
for just a minute.
emphysema.
Oh, wow. No, didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
So pray
There
for
you
her.
go.
She's
There you
never
go.
smoked a day in her life.
No, unlike. There you go.
I want to tell y'all my dream so bad. It
We
was
will
so,
later. I
so
don't trust her
flippin'
to do
funny.
this, y'all. Not that I don't trust her.
And thank you, Bob and Evelyn. I just got my bird
Bob and Evelyn,
in my card
I'm
this
guilty.
week. And
I'm-
I love y'all. You are
Listen,
precious
listen,
people.
listen now, hush
Thank
now.
you.
Hush now. You see this? I'm guilty of stacking this full of things y'all give me. And today, I have cards, I have letters, I have goodies in it. People send me stuff all the time. And quite often, sometimes I get sidetracked. And when you
She's a
send
little
Angela
busy.
something, I forget to give it to her.
Well, I got it, and I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Bob and Evelyn. And
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry it took me 5 weeks to get it to her.
That's all right.
But anyway, that tote bag has good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
But last night I called home and Nick answered the phone and he said, "Why are you still at work?" And I said, "'Cause there's still work to be done." And it was 12 minutes to 10 p.m. And I'm like, I want to be at home. So I don't have a lot of time right now. And I'm sorry that it took me 5 weeks
That's
to
all
get her
right.
that card. But it meant
I
more
got it.
to her
That's
because she
right.
knew how special it was, right?
That's right. It
That's
was
right.
very sweet.
So there you go, and I'm sorry that sometimes I'm late, but I've got some announcements I have to make, and I can't be late with this one because if I'm late with this announcement, then y'all will miss the Singing Cooks tonight at Salem number 2. They're
Uh-oh.
going to be at Salem number 2 tonight, I think starting at 7 o'clock. And we have a very special early birthday for Seth Goss, who happens to be the son of Daniel Goss, who is, and he declares himself to be, my #1 fan. He is
Really?
so sweet, and I've known him since he was a kid, a little bitty kid. And when I see him in the grocery store, he just hugs me, and just a good kid, and he happens to be married to Melinda Dorsey.
Yes,
So
they
there
are
you
married.
go. And congratulations
Her
on your
dress was
recent
beautiful.
wedding. The whole thing was gorgeous, wasn't it? Now, this weekend, Damascus, Virginia is going to open the doors at the general store to invite the Barker brothers in. The Barker brothers will be there. They'll be picking and grinning and playing and doing some of their original music. And it was chosen before they realized it's Bristol Race Week. You don't want to go within an hour of Bristol. They're going to be within an hour of Bristol.
I want to go.
So if you are in that area, if you're at Bristol and you really need to be inspired, go Saturday night and hear the Barker brothers. Then go. Is the race Sunday?
Yes.
I believe so. So there you
I'm
go.
begging them to take me and just drop me off
Bristol
the
is
track.
like Talladega. It brings out the redneck in all of us. 'Cause
Yeah.
It just makes you want to do some wild and crazy things. But, okay, Singing Cooks are going to be tonight at Salem. And this Sunday, I want to invite y'all to go to Harbor Ministries.
Yes.
This week is Food Week. You
We're
going?
probably going. Yeah, we were talking about it last night.
Well, Harbor Ministries is the little church that could, and it's kind of like that book, The Engine That Could. The little church that could, it started out just really on a prayer and a dream and a promise, and so far all has come to pass, and it's been amazing. It's been there 11 years now.
Yep.
And Danny and Denise Caldwell will welcome you with open arms, and this Sunday they're going to welcome you with some food because it's food day. So
Yep.
if you have an opportunity or if you're visiting our area and you're looking for a church to just drop in, don't care how you dress. They don't
Right.
care. If you walk in your Jones, New York, that's cool. If you walk in your Levi's, that's cool. If you come off the river rafting, you come in, that's cool. They don't care.
Yeah.
They just welcome you in a great, great ministry, and it's kind of a harbor for the hurting. It's just a wonderful, wonderful place. So there you go.
Yeah, I got my invite yesterday, and I was like, oh, that's so funny because we were just talking about going there and visiting there about a week ago. And
So there you go.
So, good reason
Well, I
to go
got to
now.
remind you, tomorrow night, our little buddy, Kyle Waters, he was a baby when we first saw him. He was about this big, and he was a twin, and he had little blonde hair, cute, cute boy, and now he's grown and
He's-
married and all that stuff,
man.
and he's responsible, which means the boy's got to work. He's working 2 jobs, and one of them is he is going to have an auction tomorrow night, March the 19th, and this is at 98 Sanders Street. And if you remember, this is where the old thrift store used to be. And I love Eastbound and Down.
I
It's
do
in my
too.
ear. Yay.
Is that playing for y'all too?
Yay.
Or just us?
And remember, Kyle's auction will start tomorrow night. Preview is 1 to 6 p.m. and the auction starts at 6 p.m. And this is just behind, what is the little strip shopping center where the movie gallery and all that stuff is? Anyway, right there on the corner. And let me tell you about some more good cooks. Miss Lillian McClure lives right up there from that. If you sneak out of that auction, you can walk up there to her house and she might cook you something. She's as good a cook as Miss Cherie is. So there you go. Also, we have pancake breakfast going to happen for Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity is a big part of my heart. Being involved in that for years, I absolutely love the whole thing. The ministry is wonderful, and they're going to do a pancake breakfast March the 26th, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. First Baptist Church of Jasper. Y'all know where it is. It's that big boy with the big steeple and the really, really good kitchen. They have a great kitchen. $6, or children 10 and under, $4. For more information or to purchase tickets, 706-253-2393. There you go. Now, another benefit that is going to benefit a lady that I love. This lady picked me up in the grocery store and sang to me. This is Miss Debbie Richards, who passed away Christmas Day. This is April the 2nd, 2011. There will be a benefit to help pay her funeral expenses. This is at the Hinton Community Building, and y'all know that the Hinton Community Building is one of those places where everybody shows up, shows out, has some great cakes, and they always do their best. That's one of those communities that really, really comes together. And this is going to be, again, April 2nd, and one of our buddies, the Partons, will be there. So there you go. Come out and enjoy some food, help raise some money, and help this family retire this debt. So there you go. She was a sweetheart. Not many people will walk up to you in the grocery store and sing and say, I want to come on your TV show. And she got to. So there you go. There you go. But don't forget that. Now, what else we got going on? Oh, Lordy me.
I want to tell my dream. Somebody
No,
bring me
you
a
can't.
bite.
Y'all, we got to go to a break before I let her do this. I just can't trust her now. You know, I just got to wait and see how bad it was, because lately I've been having some bad ones. Lord, I've been having some bad
This
ones.
one wasn't bad. It was funny.
Well, we may tell it, and I got to tell y'all, you know, my buddy Joe Kelly McCutchen always brings out the best of me. He will be
Yes.
with us after a while. He knows the whole true jet skiing story, and I've told it many, many times, and it is funny. I sold the jet ski to buy fuel for some trucks. Now, that's pretty sad, but
We
anyway.
did wash it first.
But we did wash it. We did have to do that, and we just paid, you know, we bought fuel. We bought 3 tanks of fuel. But I told the guy that bought the jet ski, I said, when you ride this, I want you to laugh and I want you to smile, because I've had more fun on this jet ski. And I told him, I said, I will get you a copy of the book when it's finished so you can read the story about it. Reading the story isn't as funny as when you were there.
It's not nearly as funny as getting the phone call while it was happening.
No, it was funny. And I said, I can't figure out why. How can you write a book that's it really explains
I
it?
don't know.
So I don't know how you do that. But anyway, this book is moving right along.
It's one of those things you just had to be there.
My sister is the only person who has got to read everything so far, and she's waiting on more, and I'm getting it very, very close to putting it together and going with it. And the jet ski story is funny. It was funny there. It was Angela's ex-husband who got to drag me through the lake. Now, if you're an ex-son-in-law who's still in the pack, because he's still a
Yes,
good guy,
we still love him.
and you're pulling your ex-mother-in-law, and this water is going in her face, and she's drowning, and you're going, payback is really tough, isn't it, Mom? It was really tough. So we had a good day on the lake. We had a lot of great memories, but with the economic times, you do what you got to do. You know, you do what you got to do. And I was very sad to see that jet ski go, even though I didn't ride it in 4 years. I still loved it. For 4 years, I probably rode it 5 times. But you do what you got to do. And one of the ways you can do that is get in touch with Rich Scott. If you've got things that you need to sell, that you want to sell, Trading Time will do it. We have banned Angela from watching Trading Time because she is almost obsessed with it. And we've told her now, you know, she leaves work at 4:30 to run home, get the dogs out so the dogs can potty so she can run in and glues herself to Trading Time. She needs nothing. She wants nothing. She's addicted
I just like to
Trading Time.
watch it.
Yes, she does. And it is one of those things, you need a group.
I
You need
know.
a group. You need a group.
I know.
But it is a great way to rescue animals. It's a great way if you have found a stray animal, Rich will announce that for you. There's so many things you can do to help other people.
You can
So
buy anything.
You can buy anything.
It's crazy.
And right now, we will tell you, there's a whole lot of Aunt Lou's stuff on Trading Time. My cousin brought us a full U-Haul truck yesterday,
Yes.
and it is on Trading Time. Lots of her things. She passed away, and he is settling her estate. And the best way to do it was to dump it in my building, and it worked well for all of us. We have the building completely full now. So,
Yes.
yay, lots of goodies. We're going to take a break, we're going to go to our sponsors. Thank you, Lord, for these sponsors. And to Annie, I didn't get biscuits and gravy all week. I didn't get collards all week. Do y'all not have a delivery service or something? You know, I mean, really, I'm glued to that desk now, and it is tough. It is tough. Yeah. But it's what I do. It's what I've done for 32 years. It's what I do, so I'm stuck. We hope that you will do something fun this weekend. Don't let the things that kind of take you down, tick you off, make you want to sit at home and be depressed. Don't do it. Get out and do something fun. Go to Harbor Ministries. Go out and have a picnic. Do something that is fun. And don't let things get you down. I'm going to give you the best pep pill I can give you. Joe Kelly McCutchen will be here at 9:30, and he's going to pep you up. He has some great news about the stock market and about things that are happening. They really are taking a positive turn. We just haven't quite seen it yet. We just haven't quite seen it, but I know it's happening. So Joe Kelly will be with us in a little bit. And you have a special guest today who came to sing a song?
Yes, Colbey Ledford is here, and he's going to sing my song.
And what made him do this?
He wrote this for me when I was sick with cancer. And just presented it to me and surprised me, and it's beautiful. And y'all have heard it before, but you're going to get to hear it again. Because we can't never hear it enough.
There you go. There you go. We will be back in just a couple of minutes, and also we're going to share some older Heart of the Homes with you. One of the recipes that everybody does and everybody loves is grab it and go. And we have that one today, and we have the chicken bites that everybody loves. I got a card last night from Lana and Doreen down in Florida. This is her recipe, and it is one. It's so easy, and better than that, it's so good. It is so good.
Oh, that reminds me. Last night I made homemade potato cakes, fried potato cakes from leftover mashed potatoes. And I had so much left, I was going to bring it to the shop today and make them for y'all because they were so good. Y'all be jealous.
Yeah, potato cakes are not one of my favorite things.
Oh, these were really
well,
good.
Mama used to make them, and it's just really strange.
No,
but they're
Kerry
good.
Was like, these are good.
But it's like, it reminds me it's a leftover.
No.
Okay,
This
all right.
This
well,
is
you'll have to test them
one.
out on us.
It's
all
a
right.
good one.
Okay.
Hey, Freddie Brackett don't eat green bean casserole, but he eats mine.
I know. Well,
hello.
The poor boy was starved that day. No, I'm teasing. All right, here we go. Let's go to our break. We'll be back shortly. We're back. Okay. We have a surprise today, and the surprise is Colbey Ledford came to visit.
Yes.
Now, tell me why he's here and what he's doing.
He is going to sing. He plays the piano beautifully, and he's joined with Connie Davis, who teaches up in the Basin. And Colbey is self-taught and plays by ear, and he just blows my mind. But like I said, he wrote a song for me. He was one of two people that wrote songs for me. You heard Mike Rizzuko come and sing his song, Angela Smile, for me. And now you're going to hear Mr. Colbey Ledford joined by Miss Connie Davis.
And also, if you can tell me where did I find Colbey Ledford, you're going to win. Angela, hold that thermometer up. You're going to win an ETC thermometer. It'll tell you the temperature. So there you go. If you can call us at 866-939-2329. Everybody knows the story of where I found that boy. It was one lonely, cold Saturday night. Yes. No, it wasn't. It was a great Saturday night. So if you can tell me where did we pick up Colbey Ledford? We picked him up. We never dropped him off. We just kept him with us. So here you go. Let's go to Connie Davis and Colbey Ledford.
Drive the nails in my hands, laugh at me where you stand. Go ahead and say it isn't me. The day will come when you will see, 'cause our eyes again. Ain't no power on earth can keep me down. Yes, our eyes again. Death can't keep me in the ground. Go ahead
Okay,
good.
all right. I think that's what you call showing off.
Yes.
I think that's what you call showing off.
Yes,
He
very
brings
good.
his music teacher with him, and she plays for him. That's what you call showing off. Well, he showed up and showed off one night, and I don't know if we've had a winner yet. Have we had a winner? When I met Madeline Zimmerman knew that I picked Colbey up. Actually, Freddie Brackett picked Colbey up at Salem No. 2 Baptist Church, where he was playing the piano and his sweet, sweet grandmother was singing. And they really made an impression on us, and such nice, nice folks. We're going to have Connie and Colbey come over and talk to us in just a minute, but I want to give you something. This is a large T-shirt, compliments of Craig Reynolds. He was with us yesterday, and y'all got to hear his music during the community calendar. Very, very talented man. So we're going to give you shirts, beautiful. We're going to give you one of his T-shirts and also one of his CDs. So, and these he autographed them while he was here yesterday. So there's a CD and a T-shirt. If you can call me and tell me, boy, this is easy. I mean, it hadn't been 10 minutes since I told you. Where are the Barker brothers going to be playing this weekend? There's a lot of talent in these hills, and quite often you have to leave the hills in order to make it big. They travel a long, long way, and we talked about that earlier in the show. If you can tell us the place and the location, call us at 866-939-2329, and you will win a Craig Reynolds CD and T-shirt, autographed CD. So there you go. We're going to take a break, and we're going to go to the community calendar, and when we come back, Colbey and Connie are going to come over and tell us what's going on in the basin music-wise. Connie teaches your children. She's taught many of your children. She has brought some talent out of those hills that possibly would never have gone very far, but Connie has that personality that pumps them up and makes them want to do well. And I think that's very important in a piano teacher. I know a young man that had a piano teacher, and the piano teacher, and I'm just going to say it right here, I'm not telling his name, was boring. And kids need to be encouraged. You can't be boring. You can be stern, but you don't need to be boring. And Miss Connie is anything but boring. So you're going to get to meet her and spend a little time with her in just a minute when we come back from the community calendar. Okay, Ducktown, Turtletown, McKaysville. I know, y'all know who these two people are. Yes. If you have a child who ever wanted to da-da-da-da-da and learn to play the piano, Miss Connie Davis was probably their teacher. Now, Connie, how many kids have you taught?
Probably several hundred.
Okay, and I ask you, out of those 100, how many of them were really talented and really accomplished?
Oh, probably a lot of them, but probably 10 of them went on to either do contracts or do something like that. So,
A natural talent is very important, isn't it?
very important.
Yes. Now, does this one have a natural talent?
Of course.
Now, he really does play by ear. Is that a problem as a teacher?
Yes.
It is. It is, isn't it? Because you're like, shut up and don't learn it your way, learn it my way.
But he's wanting right now to learn to play by notes, so we may be making progress.
Okay. Well, it's kind of like if you learn to type and you don't learn to type the right way, you can't ever get it right. Proof of the pudding. You can't get it right.
I'm just amazed at how well you play, though, to not play by notes. You know, you just blow my mind with how you play. It's amazing.
Now, Connie, you play at church. At what church?
Williamstown.
Williamstown. You play?
New Vision.
Okay, so both of you play in church every Sunday. Okay, you sit down and play by ear and don't even have to have a hymnal. Is that right?
Unless I'm looking at the words.
Okay. And you have to have the notes.
Yes.
Okay. So who's the smarter of the two of you?
Colbey.
Okay. Now, we have to congratulate you. You just married a really nice guy.
I did.
Now, when was your wedding?
November the 27th.
Okay.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about him.
Oh, he's just a wonderfully sweet guy to put up with me.
Yeah. And all those little kids running in there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I had a new grandbaby over the weekend,
Good for you.
so I'm cool.
Now, y'all are going to be involved in the Ducktown event. We had
Correct.
Doug on yesterday, and we were talking about it. It's to raise money for MS and raise awareness for MS. You're going to have some of your students there. What will they be doing?
Well, they'll be playing, they'll be singing, somewhat like they've done down here. And so we haven't planned just a lot on that because we're doing other things. We're getting ready to compete on River Bend in Chattanooga. So we haven't really thought a lot about that, but yeah, we're going to do that.
Now, some of your students went to Hiawassee, and they were involved in the fair, and we were there that night, and we got some footage of it. Colbey was also involved in it. over 100 people participated in that, and they came from everywhere. Now, did you see some of your talent get up there and do better than you thought they would do?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see some get up there and freeze?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's a big audience.
It is a big audience, yeah.
It's a very big audience.
Yeah.
Frightening, you know, to be up on Anderson Hall.
Yeah.
Colbey always does good, though.
Yeah. And
I don't think Colbey has a shy bone.
He does.
No, and you played for several of the kids that night, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, impromptu.
Now, Connie, tell us a little bit about your church.
Oh, Williamstown United Methodist, played there, loved the church. Such a wonderful, giving, loving church community. A lot in the community involved. I just love it.
That's awesome.
I was also late Sunday.
I was trying to lead into that. And tell us, what did your church do when you showed up late Sunday when
Were
you were
they
playing the
loving and
piano?
kind and sweet?
Yes, they were. Yes, I was going down. Of course, I live in LJ now, so I was going down the road, and the cell phone rang. So one of my friends from church had called me, and then the pastor got on the phone and said, "Where are you at?" And I said, "Well, I'm coming to church." And she said, Lori Etheridge is our new pastor. She said, "Well, everyone's seated in the congregation. The choir is already in the choir loft, and we have no pianist."
And you said, oops.
I said, "I'm so sorry. I didn't, with the baby and everything, I wasn't even thinking about time change." So.
Is
I
that
got-
the first time you've ever been late?
Oh, yes, hard.
So were you the whole hour late?
I was 26 minutes late.
Oh, no.
She had it to the second.
So what did they do in the 26 minutes?
Well,
Visit?
Chit chat?
Or do things
Time
in
of
reverse?
fellowship.
Yeah.
the fellowship. No, just so happened we had a guest soloist, and she went ahead and sang by track until I
Okay.
got there.
Oh,
That's good. That's
That's
good. So you had a little time for
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
yeah, I was okay.
right. Okay. Now, Connie, if people want to take piano from you, how do they reach you?
By phone. Colbey knows my number.
And it is?
706-455-7573.
Okay. And what does it take? What age do you suggest you start a child doing piano?
Well, it has a lot to do with the child. Each child is different. We might start one at 8, and then another one at 10, and then another one at 5. Now, if they're very strong musically, like Colbey is, has a lot, can start early, and especially if the child's wanting to. But you don't want to do it if the parents just wanting them to do it, because that doesn't work a lot of
Right.
times.
Do you have a lot of adult students?
Yeah,
I started.
hard to
And-
teach.
Yeah, she told me, go home.
That's bad. That's bad. That is not good.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
Okay, give us an update on Grandma, because she was singing with you in church, and we had run out of tape that night. And boy, you talk about a disgusting night, because we needed that on footage the next week. She had a stroke.
Oh,
Tell me about it.
Well, many people don't know. January, she spent a week in Basin Hospital, and then she decided she's going to the nursing home. She decided she was going to the nursing home for therapy. So now she's in Blue Ridge Nursing Home, getting therapy, doing great. She has got it in her head very strongly that she's going to walk in the church house on Easter Sunday morning.
Good for her.
So we're hoping for that.
Good for her. Good for
So-
her. What about singing, Colbey? Can she still sing?
She can still sing. She actually sang for me the other day at the nursing home. Her voice is not as strong as it was, but it's getting back to what it was, which
Good.
makes me very happy.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is good.
Now, y'all are going to do a song for us now that you wrote for Angela.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about this song.
Well, last night was the first night I've sang or played the song since the last time I sang it down here. So
So you hope you remember it.
I'm hoping I remember it, and I'm hoping it'll go good.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
always
So-
does. It'll be
Now,
fun.
what was easier, the words or the music?
The words, definitely. Any,
Because it was during a time that we didn't know what we were facing.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But anytime you write a song, the words are definitely easier than the music, because after you get the words, you've got to figure out what music you want to go with the words. So I spent several hours trying to find the music that was right for it.
And you did it. You did it. We're going to take a break now. We're going to set Mr. Colbey up over at the piano. So we're going to go back to the, or do we have Heart of the Home ready? Anna, can we do that? Okay. We're going to go to a mini version of Heart of the Home. I'm not sure what recipe. Jonathan Collins. Johnson Collins. Jonathan, yeah. Johnson Collins. And let me tell you about Johnson Collins. When she did this, she was a little bitty girl. Now she's a beautiful teenager. So this was several years ago, and I think it's the scalloped tomatoes. And if it is, that is one of the easiest, best recipes, high in antioxidants, and something you can throw together and it will impress company. The thing Johnson loved most about it is I went to the pantry and I used leftovers to do it because I use these garlic crisp and I just crunch them all up. She said, how many? And I said, everything that's left in the bag because there's just leftovers. So there you go. Simple, simple recipe, and my buddy Johnson Collins. Yes, so you've eaten pizza on tomatoes, and these have a few of the spices that pizza has, and we're going to have mozzarella cheese, so you might end up liking this, and it's got garlic. And you know, our buddy that films this for us has got a horrible cold, and we don't want to get her cold, so we're going to stuff her full of garlic, aren't we? Yeah. I think that's a good plan. This is a really quick and simple recipe. The ingredients are Hunt's tomatoes. We are using 2 cans of diced and 1 can of whole that we're going to actually cut in half. Mozzarella cheese, a little bit of sugar, a stick of butter, salt, pepper, garlic salt, a few bacon bits, and Johnson garlic crisp. And Johnson is going to actually, you're just going to break all those up in little pieces, and we're going to add them to this. We're going to bake it, antioxidants from the tomatoes, a few spices, a whole lot of garlic, and it's going to be a quick and simple recipe. Okay, Miss Johnson, now your job is to crush all those little crisps that are left. Go right into crushing. Okay, Miss Johnson, we've put 2 cans of the diced tomatoes in here. And to that, we're going to add a can of whole tomatoes. And I told you this is simple. It's going to get a little bit of sugar, not much, because the tomatoes are naturally sweet. We're just going to sprinkle it with a little bit of sugar. And we're going to add black pepper. And a little bit of garlic salt. Some onions. This should be a good antioxidant recipe, shouldn't it? It should also keep everybody from getting a cold. Cut the butter up in just large chunks. It will melt and make this even crispier with the garlic crisp because the butter and the crisp will melt together. So we're going to add a few bacon bits to this. And we're using the real bacon bits. You can fry your own, or you can buy these that come in the package, but these are the real ones. They're not those hard ones that come in the can. Now, Miss Johnson is going to add the garlic crisp. And we need these really, really crushed up good. Have you got them? See if you can crush them a little bit more. All right, let's see how those did. Oh, man, that looks perfect. See, we're just going to sprinkle these on top, which is going to add the flavor of the garlic. And then it'll add the texture of the crunchiness. And I'm going to cover this in mozzarella cheese, and we're going to bake it. Okay, here we go. We're going to stick it in the oven, 30 minutes at 325. There you go. Okay. Well, Johnson, it's ready. We're going to pretend this is upside down pizza. You weren't sure you'd like scalloped tomatoes, but if we pretend the crust is on top, there's the cheese, the tomatoes are in the bottom, antioxidants, a lot of garlic, good for you with a cold. We're going to pretend it's pizza and we're going to try it. It smells great, doesn't it?
Yes.
Smells good. It's going to be very hot, I can assure you of that. Guys, this was a simple recipe. It was very inexpensive, and we used my leftovers, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Got to use those leftovers. Antioxidants, a little calcium. It was easy. It was fun. And we'll see you again next Thursday night. Bye-bye. Bye, Johnson.
Well, it's Thursday.
Sometimes I get so broken, I feel that I am all alone, and when I feel that I am just about to fail, that's when the Lord, oh, He steps in right on time. You see, He works on His own time. Oh, no, He doesn't work on ours. So we pray, Lord, not our will, but Thine. So when you're just about to fail, child, that is when you shall prevail. Oh, yes, the Lord, He'll step in right on time. You see, He knows your every need. Oh, Satan's army you shall defeat. He'll never leave you till the end. Oh, the victory you shall win. Oh, yes, the Lord, He'll step in right on time. You see, He works on His own time. Oh, no, He doesn't work on ours. So we pray, Lord, not our will, but Thine. So when you're just about to fail, child, that is when you shall prevail. Oh, yes, the Lord, He'll step in right on time. So when you're just about to fail, child, that is when you shall prevail. Oh, yes, the Lord, He'll step in right on time.
That's my buddy, Colbey
Y'all be
Ledford.
jealous.
Thank
That
you
is
very,
my
very much.
song.
Not many people get songs written for them. I've never had a
know.
song written for me.
And I have too.
Yes, she has. Okay, I got to show you this. This is my buddy, Shirley. And we've got to ask you to please pray for Shirley Singleton's mom, Mary Anderson. Mary is one of those positive, pumped up, gorgeous women who is fighting, beating, and going to make it through some of the craziest things in the world. Shirley and I had this done when we did an event with ETC up at Brasstown Ball. It was a wonderful, wonderful day, and Ron gave me that picture, and thank you very, very much for that. Sweet, sweet. She's kind of like my really, gosh, she's like my sister. She's a sweetheart. So we talk a lot about things that happen to you that you have no control over, and one of the things that happen to you, if you have no control over it, we're going to get old. We're just going to get old. And we're going to end up somewhere. And your children will choose your nursing home. Be good to your children. Sometimes things work well and it's great, and sometimes they don't. But as you approach, as we're getting older. We don't have a choice. That's part of life. And we're going to talk in just a minute to a lady who might know a little something about that. And we're going to talk about, you know, visiting a nursing home to me is one of the most uplifting things you can do for yourself, because when you leave there, you feel a whole lot better than you did when you got there. We're going to take a break right now and go to the community calendar. When we come back, we're going to talk about an event happening and the event that we can't change. You know, them little wrinkles around your eyes, you're going to get more of them. Deal with it. Deal with it. That's part of life. We'll be back in just a second. Okay, you ready? Okay, part of life is getting old. Face it, Angela. I faced it. Tell me what we're going to talk about today, and why are you involved in this?
Well, I work for the Northwest Georgia Regional Commission Area Agency on Aging. Now, there's a mouthful for you.
Area on aging means we're getting crow's feet. We're possibly having little memory lapses, and that's part of life.
It is,
that's
absolutely.
Part of life.
And what the Area Agency on Aging does is we provide referral resources for seniors and their caregivers in the community to help them locate resources to help them accomplish whatever they need to accomplish, whether it's finding a nursing home, getting long-term care insurance, staying out of a nursing home, managing to stay at home and take care of themselves at home. And we're sponsoring an event next week after next, on March the 29th in Blue Ridge. We're having an open house at the Blue Ridge Senior Center to highlight the services that are available and the activities of the Senior Center and try to get the community involved in the Senior Center. And we're going to be offering a Medicare benefits checkup. What we're going to do is we're going to offer to talk to people about what benefits they can get to go with their Medicare, what assistance they might be able to get with their Medicare, because there are programs available through Medicare and through the state to help people pay for some of the costs associated with Medicare. And a lot of people don't realize that they might be eligible for those programs. And Medicare has recently raised the income and asset limits to qualify for some of those programs. So we want to get the word out and make sure that people are getting all the benefits that they're entitled to.
Is it true that a lot of elderly people spend the bulk of their income on prescriptions?
It is, and for some people, it's a tough choice sometimes between buying their medication and buying their groceries, and paying their utilities and paying their rent and paying their property taxes. And that's one of the things that I deal with on a regular basis. My program is called Georgia Cares, and what I do is I help people that have questions and issues surrounding Medicare, and prescription assistance is one of the biggest requests that we get. And there are programs out there to help people. Now that Medicare has a prescription drug plan, it's better, but it's not perfect. We still have what they call the donut hole, and when people fall into that coverage gap, they have to pay a lot more than they're used to paying for their medications, and for some people it's just impossible.
And being set for life today is a whole new thing.
Absolutely.
You know, if you think you were set for life, whoa, wait a minute, because the prescription costs have gone up, the cost of fuel, and we just got a little word off the set that fuel prices had begun to drop today, thank you Lord, because that will make a difference in survival for many people.
Well, it will for you if you own a trucking company.
Yeah, it definitely will.
Absolutely.
It definitely will.
It's going to be a good thing for you, but it's going to be a good thing for everybody, because with fuel costs driving, that means natural gas and propane will be dropping as well. And people that live up here, that's that's just supremely important to them, because you never know what's going to happen up here. We get a lot of requests from the mountain areas for energy assistance.
Now, the population of elderly people who still want to remain in their home, what is the percentage? Do you know?
Well, most seniors would rather stay in their home. I would say 90% of seniors would rather stay in their home than go into a nursing home. The exception to that rule would be the people with some sort of dementia or Alzheimer's. They're not conscious enough in some cases to make those decisions. And that's a really hard decision for the family to have to make, because dementia is that's a beast. That's just
my grandmother had that, and to see this sharp as a tack lady call me at 3 in the morning just to talk. And I'd say, Granny, do you know what time it is? Well, no. Or she'd call in July and say, Lord, I'm freezing to death. And I was like, wow, how could this happen? Because she was sharp as a tack until she was about 87. And then it started, and seeing that is really, really tough.
It is, and it's really difficult if you have to be the caregiver, and you have to deal with that that up and down roller coaster of they know what they're doing, they don't know what they're doing, they remember what's going on, they don't remember what's going on, they can take care of themselves and they can't. And, you know, it's so frightening, some of the symptoms that go with dementia. There are people who are afraid to go into their bathroom because they're afraid to look in a mirror because of dementia. It's just incredible how it affects people.
No drugs available to counter?
There are some.
Okay.
There are a couple of medications now that are helping people with dementia maintain a little bit more independence, but they're not perfect, and they don't work forever. And Alzheimer's, dementia is not always a progressive disease, but Alzheimer's is. Alzheimer's is a terminal illness. And you just can't stop the march of Alzheimer's once you have it. And the really sad thing is that it's showing up in younger and younger people now, and they're doing research all the time, getting closer and closer to finding the reason for Alzheimer's, but they're not there yet.
Okay, Alzheimer's, genetic or not?
I think there's still mixed feelings about that.
Well, we have a lot of great aunts who ended up with Alzheimer's. But then my mother at 72 was still so smart and so sharp, and and I watched that because I thought the aunts, the great aunts on the other side, were all getting that. And I'm like, oh no, you watch and you wait and you wonder, and do they really know?
They really don't. But there is a chromosome that they can test for now that will tell whether or not you have the indicator to develop Alzheimer's.
Would you want to know?
They didn't used to be able to diagnose it. No.
Okay.
No,
Would you want to know?
No.
I would want to know.
You would?
Not
Yeah.
me. No. If I'm going to lose my mind, I don't want to know about losing my mind. And thank goodness I'm married to a caregiver. He would do everything possible. But for some people, it's just so difficult. But we do the screening and the needs assessment for a program called the Community Care Service Program. We have a lot of clients in this area. And what Community Care Service Program does is it helps people who are eligible for nursing home placement, don't want to go into a nursing home. It helps them stay in their homes by sending caregivers to their homes. And if they need nursing level of support, then that's what we'll provide for them. And it based on the level of need, it depends, that determines the care that they can have. But you can have somebody coming into your home every day. You can have somebody coming into your home several times a day. And we have care coordinators that work with the Community Care Service Program that help determine a care plan for people. And you delay nursing home placement as long as possible if that's what people want. And in the long run, it saves everybody money because your Medicaid dollars are going to pay for nursing home care, and the Community Care Service Program and keeping people in their home is a lot less expensive on Medicaid.
I wanted to ask you, with all the budget cuts, has your...
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've been hit just like everyone else.
Yeah.
We're not a state agency, but we do have our funding funneled through the state, so we do get cut when the state gets cut. And the hardest hit programs...
How do you explain that to a client?
It's almost
who
impossible.
might be already having problems understanding?
You know, the only thing that we can tell people is that we'll put you on the waiting list when the services become available again. That's the only thing we can tell them. And call your legislators and let them know. The senior centers at the Blue Ridge Senior Center and at all of our senior centers, the senior centers that participate in the congregate meal program there have a paper plate campaign that they do every year to send to the legislature. And they write their stories on paper plates and send it down to the legislature and say, don't cut our meals program. We depend on these meals.
Wow.
And in the Blue Ridge Senior Center, they average about 20 people a day coming to eat at the center. And if they're feeding 20 people at the center, then they're doing probably 3 times that many home-delivered meals in Fannin County. In Ellijay, their count last time I was there was upwards of 40 people at the congregate meal site. So that means over 100 home-delivered meals.
Wow.
And the meals program is the one that has taken the biggest hit right now. They've restored some of the funding to our agencies, and we're very grateful to the legislature for understanding that seniors have no recourse.
Right.
You know, you and I, we can go get a second job at McDonald's or
Right.
at Walmart.
Walmart, greater. Walmart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
for it.
Would you like to supersize those fries?
Yeah.
But you know, your seniors that are homebound have no recourse. They have no other place to turn. And we just can't forget about those people, because those are the people that raised us, and those are the people that made our world what it is today.
Do you know, I have a letter that, I'm not going to read it, but I will tell you a little bit of the context. That a viewer sent me this letter, and she needs bladder control pads, seriously. And she said, I can't buy groceries if I buy these. And because I have a bladder problem, I desperately need these. Do you know anybody who might have any left over, like a patient might have passed away and they had some left over? And I thought, wow. So she wrote me this 2-page letter, and she said, I just need some help. Do you know where I might go? Where might somebody like that go?
You know, there is a caring closet in this area, and that's specifically
lives
what
in Blue
caring
Ridge.
closets do. Do you know Susan Green?
Yes.
I would tell her
Yes.
to call Susan Green,
Yes.
because Susan
Okay.
Green will find her the resources
Okay.
that she wants.
Okay.
But I believe that there is a caring closet in Fannin County. And
She
the
actually
caring
rides a
closets-
little scooter, and she rode her scooter to meet me one day. And I was just blown away, because I said, how did you get here? And she said, I rode my motorized car. And she had ridden it a long way. And I'm like, you're kidding me. And she said, well, you said you were going to be here, and I just wanted to meet you. And then she sent me this letter, and she said, I really need help. And it was over something that I called a couple of people I know who have medical supply businesses, and they were like everybody else. Everybody's having the cutbacks. So does the Caring Closet have a phone number? Is there one in Blue Ridge?
You know, I really do not know, but Susan would
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Susan would know. And the caring closets are usually organized by the Alzheimer's Association, so you can contact the 800 number of the Alzheimer's Association, and they'd be able to do a referral too.
That's awesome.
We also provide those kind of referral resources. I talked to a lady in Gordon County just a couple of days ago that was having the exact same problem. She could, if she could afford to pay for everything else, she couldn't afford to pay for her incontinence
Right, right.
supplies.
Yeah, yeah.
So I sent her to one of the screeners in our agency to find a resource in Gordon County that might be able to help her. So if seniors are looking for resources like that, you can refer them to the Area Agency on Aging. We have a toll-free number.
Okay, you want to give that
It's
number?
800-759-2963. And all of the area agencies on aging in the state, there are 12 of us, maintain a database that's statewide, and we can access resources that you might not even know exist, like companies that are willing to come in and give you pro bono help on making your home handicapped accessible, and people that are willing to work with you on financing things to make access to your home easier. We help people with low or no cost dental care and sliding fee scale medical care, and we just do, the resource database has over 20,000 entries in it right now.
Wow.
So there are a lot of resources in our communities that people aren't aware of, because most of those resources can't afford to advertise. And the only way to get the word out is to have people like you in the community that will have people like me come sit and talk to people and make people aware of the benefits that are available.
Now, the event is again what day?
It's March the 29th, which is a Tuesday. It's from 9 to 1 o'clock at the Senior Center in Blue Ridge, which is right next to the City Hall in Blue Ridge. And we're going to have refreshments and balloons and door prizes. We'll have resource information there. We'll have some vendors there with available resources. And we're going to be offering Medicare benefits counseling. So get your Medicare benefits checkup. We'll find out whether or not people are eligible for extra help with some of their Medicare costs. And we also can do some of the screening and referral to the database that I just referred to. We'll have access to that while we're up there. If the wireless network cards work in Blue Ridge, we're not really sure about that yet. We know they work in the big cities, but we're not so sure about in the small towns.
And again, give your phone number.
It's 800-759-2963.
There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, we're going to take a break, but I want to read you something before we go on this little break. Okay, today's word. This was yesterday's, and y'all don't know how bad I needed this. God sees and cares about everything that happens in your life. He's seen every wrong that's been done to you. He's seen every unfair situation. He told the people of Israel, I have seen your affliction. I have seen how badly you were treated those 430 years that you were in slavery. Then he went on to say, I have come down to deliver you. When God brought them out, they didn't come out empty-handed. God made their enemies hand over their gold and silver. God vindicated his people, and he will vindicate you. I love this message. I needed this yesterday. Maybe someone has wronged you today. You could easily become bitter and angry and spend your life trying to pay them back. However, if you will give it to God and let him do it his way, Scripture says he'll pay you double for your trouble. Today, know that he sees where you are, he sees where you've been, and he sees the struggles of your heart. Release the struggle to him and let him reward you with his everlasting promises. That is the best message Joel Osteen ever delivered. Father God, today I choose to release the struggles in my heart. I release the offensive offenses and wrongs done to me, I choose forgiveness. I choose peace. I choose to let you be my vindicator, knowing that you love me and care for me. In Jesus' name, amen. That is
a good
Joel Osteen's best message ever. We needed that. There you go. We're going to take a break and go to a quick Heart of the Home with Tony Gayton, and then we're going to bring on my buddy, Joe Kelly McCutchen. We'll be right back. As my guest. Tony spent last Easter in Baghdad, and I bet you didn't have Oscar Mayer bacon.
No, sure didn't.
And I bet you didn't have, this is a recipe that's in our Habitat cookbook. I don't know if Beverly has one of these or not.
I don't think so.
It was a simple recipe that I've added a couple ingredients to make it festive for the holidays.
Okay.
And I think, do you like orange marmalade?
Yeah.
So. Okay, the orange is just a hint of orange, so I think you'll like it. If you like barbecue chicken and bacon, I think you're going to like this one.
Great.
Now, these ingredients are so simple. It's boneless chicken breast cut into cubes, Oscar Mayer bacon, and I promise you, only Oscar Mayer works, barbecue sauce, orange marmalade, and brown sugar. That's it, and it is so simple. And I've probably made 10,000 of these things, and once you eat them, everybody loves them. So it's simple. And if you don't like orange marmalade, don't tell anybody it's in it, because it's just that hint of orange. So we're going to begin wrapping these now. Okay, now Tony, you just take a piece of chicken that we cut with our kitchen scissors, and you wrap it in the Oscar Mayer bacon. The neat thing about this is you can incorporate the children helping you, because you can invite them all to the table, wash their hands good, sit them down, and in just a little while the family can have a large pan of these done. And then you put them in to cook while you do the Easter egg hunt.
Okay.
And in about 45 minutes they are done and delicious. Now Tony, you like to cook. I understand you like to
I
cook.
like to cook.
And you like to work outside in the yard?
I like to do anything outside. Yard work, not my favorite thing to do
No,
outside, but I tell you, I was actually looking forward to it when I got home.
I bet you
Just to be
were.
at home and do something around the house.
Now we're going to cover our chicken bites with brown sugar. And I tell everybody, sinfully cover them in brown sugar. They do need a lot of brown sugar. And for this amount, we're going to use about half of a pack of brown sugar.
All right.
And we're going to cook these about 20 minutes, and then we're going to add our orange marmalade glaze to it. There you go.
All right.
Now we're going to combine our orange marmalade and a cup and a half of barbecue sauce. And then we're going to re-glaze the chicken with that and stick it back in the oven. And then we are going to do a cup and a half. And everybody knows how I measure. Is that a cup and a half?
So,
That's a cup and a half. Now this just creates a glaze. Okay, the chicken bites have cooked for about 20 minutes on 350. Okay, Tony, I just want you to start pouring the glaze over the chicken.
okay.
There you go. Wow. Oh, that smells so good. That hint of orange is just wonderful. We're going to stick this back in the oven for about 25 minutes.
Okay.
And when they come out, they'll be crispy and wonderful, wonderful. Well, hot, hot, hot. We're going to have to let it cool a couple of minutes.
Okay.
But now what does it smell like?
Hey, it smells delicious. It smells like a nice orange barbecue sauce.
It does, it does. And it's funny, but it's just that little tiny hint of orange. And even for a soldier who's not sure he likes orange marmalade, and a Southern girl who is sure she loves orange marmalade, I think we're going to enjoy this.
All right.
Wow. That
Delicious.
looks great. And I want you to taste it. I want you to remember, though, what's the word I just taught you?
Hot.
Hot. Hot.
Okay.
Mmm. Good.
Good.
Good. Subtle. What does it taste like? A little bit of orange?
Barely orange in there.
Good, good.
Very tasty.
And even an orange marmalade guy who didn't like orange marmalade, this is a winning
Conventional.
recipe. This is a winning recipe. Thank you so much for tuning in to Heart of the Home. Thank you for supporting our troops. See you next week. Easter is just around the corner. Enjoy your family. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we're back. Ange, do your birthdays before we get started with positive
Okey-dokey.
here.
Otis Weeks from his sister, Ann Mason,
There you go.
on March 18th, 85 years young.
85 years young, my kind of man.
Ashton DaCosta, 15 years old on March 18th, and this is from Madeline Zimmerman.
There you go. Put that in the bucket. We're going to keep the bucket up here with us. I needed a positive note today because I have had, if you took this week and you said, what is the worst week of your life? Monday through Thursday night about 10 o'clock kind of ranked as the worst week of my life. And last night about 10 o'clock, I called you and said, Joe, I need a pep talk. I need a pep talk.
I need my
So
cheerleader.
I get my cheerleader on here. Now, fuel prices do affect everybody, but
Yes.
nobody more than Bill Bandy, who's in the trucking business.
Right.
Been there 35 years. Larry Lance, been in the trucking
Right.
business 40 years. Me, 32 years. I mean, when you're looking at what it's doing to us, our drivers,
Right.
it's killing us. It's killing us. Give me some good news.
The good news is, this is breaking news, wonderful news, extremely exciting news. The price of oil is dropped. Why? They stopped fighting in Libya. The UN passed the no-fly zone, and so Gaddafi was smart enough to say, let's stop fighting. So, see, the reason the price of oil is up so much is because of the Mideast tension. Libya, what's happening in Libya? So Gaddafi says, no fighting today, so the price of oil goes down. And what the Republicans are working on, the way, as I told you off the break here, the key to getting oil is drill, drill, drill. I learned this back in Georgia Tech many years ago. If you want the price to go down, you increase the supply.
Right.
And God bless President Obama, he hadn't wanted to drill, and the Democrats. You're going to have to drill. And I mean drill, drill, drill.
And they're not
then
gonna-
you'll get the price down. So if people complain about the price of gas going up, you need to call the President of the United States and say, Mr. President, we need to drill. I mean, it's just, I learned that at Georgia Tech 40 years ago. I mean, you gotta drill to get, if you want to increase the supply and get the price down. See, there's been a moratorium on drilling in the Gulf Coast. The president didn't want to drill. Well, guess what? Price goes up.
Right.
You've got to drill, and then of course the Mideast tension, that's causing. But the great news is, yesterday I had on my television show a guy named Ted Parrish, one of the top investors in the world, and this is the greatest news I can give you. He's predicting the Dow Jones, which is the #1 barometer of all stocks, right now it's 11,700. He's predicting it'll break the all-time high this year of 14,160.
Wow.
Well, and a rising tide lifts all boats. That's going to be great for anybody in the real estate business, because every night
Oh,
on...
please tell me, please.
Yeah, right. And listen, when they announce, like tonight, I think they'll say, price of oil went down today, stock's up 166 points. Even if you don't own stock, you're going to say, that's bullish. Just like you're in the trucking business. I'm coming on the program today telling you the price of oil went down today. Now, it takes a couple of weeks for it to get to the pumps, but it will get to the pumps.
Right.
So what's going to happen, I think we'll start drilling more. I think the American people will pressure Congress to drill, which is what we have to do. And then I think the Mideast tension will go down. And then Japan is a horrible thing, but we got to pray for those people in Japan. But I think that's under control. And that's been factored, in my opinion, it's been factored into the market. So I agree with Ted Parrish. I think we're going to have happy days again. I mean, I can say this on your show, I'm the most bullish about America. I would call myself a raging bull. I'm not just a bull, I am a raging bull. I have never been so excited about the future of America. Always remember this, the liberal media, the national media, they talk about the 10% who are unemployed. Now that's bad. I feel sorry for them. But 90% are working. You're working.
Yeah,
and so we got to quit focusing on all these negatives. Listen, let me tell you, when Ronald Wilson Reagan was president of the United States, the Dow Jones was 1,100. Today, even with all the stuff that's happened, it's 11,007. Now, all the last few years, we've had Watergate, we've had the Kennedy assassination, we've had Martin Luther King, all of these terrible assassinations, all of these things have been bad. The Iraq War, guess what's happened to the stock market? I mean, the 400 richest people in the world, 398 of them made all their money from stock. The other two, Trump and Turner, made it from real estate, but they're down near the bottom of the list. Warren Buffett's one of the richest men in the world. He made all of his money in the stock market. He made, as I've said on your show before, Warren Buffett bought $1 billion worth of Coke in 1988. Today, that Coca-Cola stock's worth $13 billion. He's worth $12 billion just on Coca-Cola. So there's going to be a lot of money made in the months ahead. You got to just tune out, Cherie, all this negative stuff, and you got to, I can't, you're in the trucking business. You need to just think about the positives. Think that we are going to solve the Mideast. It's never going to be perfect, but it's going to get better. And if we'll drill oil, that will, I guarantee you, that'll get the price of fuel down, and that's the key.
Okay, if the price of fuel comes down, then the cost of delivering goods comes down, then the cost of bread comes down, then the cost of milk comes down. Then the cost of diapers
Your,
comes down.
your clothes, oil, everything is oil based. Now, fortunately, I've got some oil stocks, so
Slap him.
That's the,
Slap
no,
him.
but that's the key. You got to know where to invest, and
Right.
you know, in stocks. And like, if I said many times on this show, you need to get a good financial advisor like Calvin Rowland or Paul Kiker. But that's where there's going to be a tremendous, in my opinion, there's going to be a ton of money made in stocks in the next 30 years. I mean, I have never been so bullish, and I want to mention our friend Oscar Poole. He's got a book.
He did. He wrote a new book.
I talked to death and said no, and he's
Okay.
going to bring you by a copy.
Okay.
Until we gave one to Ted Parrish, one of the world's great investors, yesterday, and he's got tributes from a lot of people in there, and I think it's going to be a best-selling book, and I just wanted to
Should we pick up the phone and call Congress? Should we call the legislature? Should we write letters? Can we make a difference?
You, of course.
She said write on a paper plate
Yeah.
that older
Yeah.
people do that.
I called Tom Gray. Let me tell you what I did, ladies and gentlemen. At 4 o'clock this morning, I called Johnny Isaacson's chief of staff, Charlie Harmon. I called, Chris Carr, who's Johnny's chief of staff, and I called Saxby Chambliss' chief of staff, Charlie Harmon, at 4 o'clock this morning, and left them a message on the phone. I call Washington at least 15 or 20 times a day, and I tell them, I say, we got to cut spending, we got to drill, and we got to get the American people fired up. It's just like a football team. You know, the one that's fired up the most and works the hardest, they're going to win. No, listen, by 6 o'clock this morning, I felt like I've done more work than the average American. I probably made 100 telephone calls.
Wow.
I call them. See, the reason I do it at 4 o'clock in the morning, when they get into work in the morning, I want them to know that Joe McCutchen's different from everybody else. I call them at 4 o'clock and say, listen, we're paying you $179,000. Let's get the price of oil down. Let's get the stock market up. Let's work harder. Let's work smarter. And another thing about working hard, it's even more important to work smart. See, Angela, I lay out every day what I'm going to do. I say 1, 2, 3, 4, who I'm going to call, and I always call my stock market. I've got about 4 financial advisors. I call them up. Well, I won't tell you what I bought, but I bought some stock, and it's doing well. All I've been doing the last 10 years is buying. I sell occasionally, but my theory is, you know, people, well, I love Coca-Cola, and I think it's a great stock, but I don't take my advice. Talk to Calvin and Paul. I don't think anybody ought to go out on their own. I've been dealing with stocks 40 years, so even somebody like me who's done it, I have a bunch of financial advisors. And I'm real blessed because, you know, like yesterday I had one of the world's top market investors spend 3 hours with me. And so I got a lot of great information, you know. And knowledge is power. Always remember that.
Yes.
Knowledge is power.
That's right.
See, why do I stay in stocks instead of real estate? Because I've studied stocks. I don't study real estate.
See, and I made that critical. Tell me something good. You talked to one of the bankers locally. Did that banker give you any insight in good things in building again? Are they seeing any construction going on? Construction is one of the things.
Mitchell Morgan was Citizen of the Year, and I had him on my show a week ago, and yeah, I think he sees some good things happening. Since we're a real estate-based economy, it's going to be a little slower, but I think the people I've talked to around town, some in the real estate business, they see, well, like Cindy West, she sold 28 homes. I
This
think,
year?
Last year, right at the worst time. So there are people like you know, a lot of people doing well. There are a lot of them that aren't doing well. But you got to be positive. I mean, you've got to get on the phone with a positive attitude. If you get on and sound like you're dead, you're not. Just like you're positive on this show. If you got him on the show and say, "This is Cherie Martin. I'm really worn out today. I don't know why you're watching me. I don't feel good." I mean, you got to be fired. You got to enter. Let me tell you, I've studied success all my life. Every single successful person, like the guy yesterday, he's worth millions. He's 6'4". He's in great shape, and he's extremely positive, and he's got a lot of energy. You tell me somebody that's been successful who's low energy.
Yeah.
You got to have energy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got so much energy. I've already walked 4 miles a day. I've probably made 200 calls. By 10 o'clock in the morning, I have probably made 200 telephone calls.
Wow.
Yeah. But I'm calling politicians. I'm calling stock people. But see, the key to success is specialize. I mean, my specialty is politics and stocks and politics. That's what I'm good at doing, and that's what I've done for 40 years. And I love it. I'm
Okay.
energized.
You know the jet skiing story, and you weren't here
Oh,
when
that's
I
one
told.
of the great stories.
But you weren't here when I told I sold it, Joe.
Oh, no, so there won't be any more stories.
I sold the jet ski to buy fuel, Joe. That is so sad. But I told the guy that bought it, I said, there's a great story that goes with this, and you'll get to read it. I didn't get down the day I sold it, and I laughed, and I shared the story with him, and I said, you know what? I said, it was a great part of my life, and it's gone. It's over with. But you got to move on, and you got to stay pumped up and positive.
Yeah, you got to do that.
How do you, if you find yourself going down just a little bit, how do you come back up? Because every once in a while, I get that little dip.
You got to be around positive people. I mean, I'd say that that one reason I've been successful is I'm nice to everybody, but if somebody kept, you know, saying how bad things were, I don't hang around them, because that kind of negative. You got to have PMA, positive mental attitude. That's important, and you got to have a game plan. Have your plan that you're going to do laid out every day. I mean, you know, say here's what I'm going to do. Have a good plan, and then you might have to make a change. But have a good positive plan laid out that how you're going to do what you're going to do. You take this guy Oscar Poole. He was totally broke, and at the age of 59 was totally broke. He started Poole's Barbecue, and today he's world famous. You know why? Because Oscar didn't. He said, I'm not going to take part in the recession. His business is up 27%. See, you just don't have to. If somebody starts telling you all these things that are negative, and though, I mean, listen, there's always going to be somebody doing well. Like, okay, you take Japan. They've got to rebuild. Now, I'm not making stock recommendations, but a stock like Caterpillar, and I'm not saying buy it, because I'm not a financial analyst, although I own Caterpillar, like Bob Lefwich, your friend Bob. Bob has made a lot of money in stocks. Bob bought Caterpillar at 29, it's 100. Now, how's that? And what's happening in Japan, it's very unfortunate, but companies like Caterpillar, they got to rebuild over there. Guess what? What's going to happen with Caterpillar? They're going to have a lot of business. Because, now I don't think you ought to, you know, I'm sure they're not happy that what happened in Japan, but there are companies that are going to benefit. And also America. Honda's, Toyota, their company's not going to be able to produce as many cars. What's that going to do for General Motors and Ford? That's good. I'm not saying we should benefit from that, but that just happens.
Right.
I mean, you've got to be ready to pounce on your opportunity. Everybody has an opportunity. Like you have an opportunity that you're not guaranteed anything. You have an opportunity with this show, and you got to make it happen. Like I'm passing the word all over there, like on your show. I'm saying, in my opinion, stock market is a great place to make money if you have good financial advisors. And I mean, that's the key. But you got Oscar Poole, you got a guy like Ed Singleton, 14 Subway stores. His business is up. And
I gotta give Subway a little. I love that $5 thing.
Well,
we're all looking for a bargain. We're
Yeah.
looking for a bargain.
Well,
and he was a smart businessman because he gave you a deal that brings you in there every day. You know.
Ed is a promoter. Ed's a great promoter. When he comes on my show, he gives me a Georgia Tech helmet, and he keeps the Georgia helmet. Nobody else that's ever been on guest, I've been on television, radio 25 years, nobody else has ever given me a Tech helmet, and he has a Georgia. So everybody that watches my show, they're going to notice Ed Singleton. You got to promote yourself. I mean, I don't mean it in a negative way. You got to get out there like Oscar in his yellow suit. Ed Singleton with his, Ed always has his pictures taken like this. In other words, thumbs up. That's positive. You gotta create an image of success. You can't, if you go around looking like a failure and acting like a failure and talking failure, you will be a failure. If you talk positive, you know, now I've got most of my money's in the stock market. So obviously, I promote the stock market. I don't want to go around telling people, don't buy stocks. Guess what? That hurt me, right? But now, also, you got to be realistic. If you don't know what you're doing, you can lose everything in the stock market. It's like anything else, real estate or television. I mean, you have a great talent to do this. You energize, you motivate people. That's a God-given talent. Most people don't have that talent. And you motivate a lot. And I would suggest, if you enjoy what Cherie does, call her and tell her, because we all
I need to hear something good every once in a while.
Yeah, and that brings up something else. Anybody out there that you think's doing, that you want to encourage, call them up. Like I called Oscar today, early this morning, about 6 o'clock, told him, Oscar, I read your book, it's fantastic. It's a great book because it was true. But don't wait till somebody dies, Angela, to tell them. Tell them, think of something good you can say about people. Give them encouraging words. With the economy the way it's been, we need to encourage people. And I'll tell you something. Tonight on the news, when they announce this oil price going down, and when the stock market's up, I guarantee you that's a bullish sign. And so I'm predicting that great things are going to be ahead. We may have a few more tough months, but I am totally positive about the future of Gilmer County. And we're making, another thing we're working on making Gilmer County the friendliest county in the history of the world. And you think about it, everybody you do business with, if you had a store and I walked in and you didn't say, "Hi, Joe," and you gave me a frown, you think I wouldn't go somewhere else? Right. See, if we make Gilmer County the friendliest county, be friendly to everybody. How are you, Cherie? Good to see you. Look people, and when you're talking to people, look them in the eye. Right. Don't look down at the ground and say, "Hey, Angela, what's going on?" Right. Look them in the eye so you can know what they're thinking. We need to be friendly, and if we'll get together to make this the friendliest county in the history of the world for free enterprise, innovation, capitalism, and small business, you just wait what's going to happen. J.C. Sanford, our chairman of the Board of Commissioners, I met with him. He's telling everybody, be friendly. And think about who do you, if anybody you deal with, whether it's buying gas or anything, if they weren't friendly, I don't believe you'd spend your bucks with them.
Right.
So,
well, you know what? We've got 2 minutes, but I got to tell you something.
Okay, tell me.
Doing what I do for a living, I talk to people all over the country, and it is so funny because I say, "I'm sorry I was late calling you back, but I just got off the set and did it," and they're like, "You do what?" I said, "I have this great job," and I have this great job, and I'm so lucky. There are a lot of people who walk into work dreading it, and I say my advice to everybody is find something you love and do it.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Find something you love and do it.
That's what you're doing, and that's the key to success. I mean, just like coming on your show today, I love it. I love my television show here at ETC3. You got to love it because if you love it, it energizes. Oh, yeah, here's another thing, very important.
We got 1 minute.
Okay, deal with people that energize you. Everybody you know since you're a little girl, they're either plus energy, minus, or neutral. Spend your time with those that energize you. Energy is a great word, and energize is my favorite word. That means you energize me. You make me want to do better.
You inspire me. That's my favorite word.
Well,
we gotta draw the birthday.
Have fun each day.
Birthday.
Have fun each day. That's the main thing.
Blue Ridge Dairy Queen, what the cake is from? Yay, the Blue Ridge Dairy Queen, a celebration cake. There you go. And happy birthday to Ashton DaCosta, 15, from Madeline Zimmerman. Happy birthday, and you are the winner. There you go. Thank you so much for spending your week with us. Thank you for tuning in to us 3 times a day. Y'all admittedly tell me you do it. Thank you so much. It has been a good week. Thank you for being here, and thank you for trusting us to bring you positive good news. This is Good News Joe.
Thank you. Great show. Thank you, Cherie.
We will see you again.
Honored to be on your show. Thank you so much.
We will see you again Monday through Friday. Don't you touch that dial. Here comes my buddy Rich Scott, and we got a lot of stuff to sell on Trading Time. Angela, what's tomorrow? Saturday. Sunday, Bristol Day.
Yes.
Tune into a great race. We will see you again here only on ETC3. From North Georgia Now Today, I'm Cherie.
I'm Dr. Elizabeth Banks.
This is Angela. I don't know what is wrong with this kid, you know? See y'all later.
Slow down, sister, 'cause I just can't love you, but I just can't get you off